So do you guys know what this is? I'll give you a hint. Canadians are addicted to it. That's right, it's coffee. This is coffee right from the plant. This is Mrs. Jolly at Mr. Jolly's place in Kedah. They make coffee here. She's picking some coffee beans, put them in the pail. Later on, I'm going to show you how she de-skins them. And then after they're de-skinned, they dry them. You'll see them, if you ever drive through Sumatra, you'll see them by the roadside. Tons and tons of these things just drying and drying. Once they're dry, they turn brown. That's why you have black coffee, brown coffee. Then they mash them to make the coffee grinds. And then that's what you'll buy in the store. That's your Sumatran coffee. Pretty cool. I'm going to help her pick some beans here. Now, while they're ripening, before they're ready to pick, the coffee beans are green. They turn red when they're ready to pick. The berries that we just picked a moment ago, Mrs. Jolly is now pounding. Looks like it's separating the insides from the outsides. You can also do that by hand. And you can also eat the berries. You can put them in your mouth, and the part that is not the inside, the white bit in the middle, that turns brown once you dry it. That turns into the actual coffee grind. But the outside is very sweet and tasty. So you can eat that and get a gigantic caffeine rush while doing it. After pounding the coffee, Mrs. Jolly uses water to help separate what's left of the outside of the coffee from the inside of the coffee berry, I guess you'd call it, to get to the coffee bean. These are the coffee beans, nicely extracted now. And what she's going to do is she's going to dry these, and then you're going to grind them, and there you've got your coffee. So now Mrs. Jolly has laid the coffee beans out to dry. Once they're dry, they're gonna turn brown, I believe. And once they're dry, she's gonna crush them, and we're gonna make coffee grinds. So after it dries, it actually has a second skin. And it being dry makes it easier to take the skin off. And once you take the skin off, you get to a slightly browner color, as you can see there. And then she's gonna crush that, and she's gonna turn it into coffee. And here is Mrs. Jolly, Jamaria, who is crushing the coffee beans now. She's separating from the second skin. I was foolishly doing it by hand. She's doing it the smart way. Now she's shaking them to separate the inner skin from the bean. Hello!
Hello! Coffee, coffee!
Coffee, coffee! Yummy, yummy. After removing the second skin, she puts it in a pot and she cooks it, and that's how it turns brown. And after cooking it, we're back to pounding it, and this is the final step. We're about to create the yummy coffee powder. And here is the end product, a delicious glass of Kedah coffee, made by Mrs. Jolly. So today I learned how coffee is made. Here's the final product. And here's the master of making coffee, Jamaria, Mrs. Jolly. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Coffee rainforest Kedah, Mr. Jolly.
Bungalau.
Bungalau?
Rainforest.